invincible. Good morning and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Happy Monday. I hope everyone's had a great night. Ready for a great day? Well, hope I had a great weekend. Ready for a great week even. Let's look at the markets real quick. Overnight, we hit all-time highs on Friday again, and we've pulled back from those. We opened up the first high of 67.21 on ES. We've dipped to 66.95, so that's 26 points in range. NQ's high, 876. It's low, 748. So we have at 130 points in range there. We have Kappa, only about 60 ticks. Ultra Bond, only about half a point. Gold reached another new all-time high. It's 37.63. It's about 45 points in range. Crude oil, big fall. All night long tonight. Sorry. About a point in range. And Bitcoin with a big fall down to 112.8. It's spent most of the weekend around 116. So that's why we sit, stand, or whatever body posture you're choosing to take on this beautiful day. Pulls back here. ATR kind of small. So we're going to look for 5 points at a time. This was a missed opportunity. Hey, JJR. Tell me something good, JJR. Little bounce up here. Oh, that's pretty good. On the way to the payout. Slow and steady, you'll get there. Possible bounce here. Did get overextended on the RSI on the 1 minute and the 2. Well, no, just on the 1. We're watching it. Crypticon, nice to see you, my friend. How was your weekend? JC, good morning. You get it back, JJR. Just follow your plan. Purple candle here. Bouncing off that 9 EMA. We'll watch it. See how. Ooh, got purple there on the 1. I don't know. It's probably going to drop. Let's see. Good to hear, Crypt. No tilt. We don't like tilt. Yeah, should have taken that short. No problem. Those of you that like the futures desk, and you all should like the futures desk, they are 70% off their static accounts right now with no funded setup fee. Oops, I have the wrong screen on. I apologize. There we go. That's better. Good morning, CBR. Nice to see you. How's your trading been going, my friend? Ooh, ouch, 0 for 3. Sorry to hear that, CBR. Do you know where things went wrong? Maybe look at food poisoning or something, JJR. So what do we need to do to fix that issue, CBR? All right. Q's trying to bounce here, as is ES. So let's see how that works out. Nice pop here on the 1 minute chart on blue. Well, it's popping both. And we're long. Looking for 5 points. Sure looks like I'm looking for 5 1/4. I don't remember setting it for 5 1/4, but okay. All right. Good luck on that long hold. I should have taken my profit. Ouch, 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 ouch. I saw it stall there and I should have, ouch, this hurts. Could have had 3 points on 2 contracts and I didn't take it, thinking it was going to get to that 5 points, and now it's going to stop me out. Maybe. He's trying to come back for me. Getting a little spicy. Ah, that's spicy enough, apparently. There we go. Come on. Moving our target down to the top of the wick of that earlier candle from 2 candles ago. Well, actually, you guys don't see the 1 minute. I probably should move this to the 1 minute chart, because that's what I'm playing off of now. No, don't go backwards. Morning, Ron. Doesn't want to move up. So I'm going to get out, break even.
Order filled.
One tick loss. See if I should have held. By the way, news this morning. I don't think we have any. Oh, we have We do really? We do have news? No, it's not. That's tomorrow. Eurozone consumer confidence flash at 10 o'clock. Do have Fed speakers at 9:45 and 10. If I should have held, I would have hit my target. No problem. There's another blue candle. Do I dare? No, too late now. Morning, Amelia. Yep, should have held. That was dumb for me to get out there. Would have got my original 5 points. Everything was pointing that it was going to continue up. I just chickened out. Who is O? what problem do you have with me? It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday. That's my fun day. Slow grind up. Blue candle ES. Morning, USC. Glad I finally got there, USC. Hey, Stumps. Hey, Stumps. Your question about ETF, I believe it's just a badly designed website. I believe it's either or, either the monthly fee or the lifetime fee, not both. But they don't specify that well. But after taking some time to research things, I believe it's still either or. Well, I mean, it was bugging me because if they were going to be doing both, I was going to drop them. And considering their history, wouldn't have surprised me. So, Canadian PPI coming up here in about 20 seconds, as well as the Chicago National Activity Index. I didn't notice that on this calendar earlier. I don't think that's going to cause the market to do anything, but be careful. Canadian PPI came in hot. 0.5 and they expected 0.1. Yeah, I still watch them closely. Stumps. Blue candle pop after the move down. It's blue candle on the 1 anyway. Morning, Robin. How are things going? John DeFore. What the hell has happened to the Detroit Tigers? Didn't they have like a 14-game lead around the All-Star break? I hope they make it, John. All right, USC, we'll see you in a bit. Enjoy your walk. Robin, that looks dangerous. Kind of hemming and hawing here. Sideways action. A little less talk and a lot less action. They don't do it often anymore, Stumps. I wouldn't be surprised if the next time isn't Halloween or even Black Friday. But every now and then something motivates John Skelton to just throw one up. So now Bull and Ox is the one that price matches, and they're price matching Elite Trader funding. I will say at this point, nothing makes Apex stand out anymore besides the fact that they still allow 20 accounts. Nothing else stands out. Not their, not their sales, not their, everything that used to make them seem like an innovator has gone away. John keeps telling me that they're going to be bringing out direct to funded, but it shouldn't take this long to bring out direct to funded. And I mean, my rank for them at the beginning of this year was number 8. I don't honestly know if they would be in my top 10 at this point. If I had to re-rank, I think Lucid would be in the top 10, and that might force them out. Well, I mean, what I like to see an EOD option, kind of like Bolinox has the EOD option, and BT, Bitcoin. You trade Bitcoin CBR. It's a nice little pop here on NQ, but I mean, you got to remember that their business model that allows them to offer the 20 accounts does restrain some of the changes they can make. There's a reason companies like Tradeify and Take Profit Trader and My Funded Futures, etc., don't offer 20 accounts. So their business model kind of, limits them a bit in, what they can offer. Totally. Nice rise here at IQ, and there's the yes going. But yeah, I mean, if that's the thing. It's the 20 accounts. 20 accounts is a big deal for the few people that can handle 20 accounts or multiple accounts like that. Even 10. But most people can't. They just think they can, number one. But, it's like Hassan said. I think it was Hassan. Yeah. I mean, once you, even at 90% off, once you figure in the funded setup fees, they end up being more expensive than the Tradeify end of day option or the My Funded Futures options, or even take profit traders options. And, you know, that's going to be taken into account as well. If you're unsure that you can regularly pass an eval, the cheap evals are the way to go. If you're still, blowing half or, regularly blowing evals, then, going cheap is the way to go. But if you know you can pass evals and just want to get to a funded account without paying straight to funded prices, then going with something like Tradeify or Take Profit or My Funded Futures, is the better option there. Yeah, trade day. Yeah, trade day is $59 all in, and for the intraday, and their end of day is cheaper too. CBR, trade day, I believe, is just like Take Profit Trader is now, where you can get paid on the first day of sim if you want to, if you get above the buffer. Ooh, quick snap back on NQ there. Well, not that big of a deal, I don't think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a 7-point snapback. Snap back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. Now, speaking of cheap accounts, if you've never had a Perdia account before, they currently are offering 60% off on one use only for their direct to fundeds. Makes their 25K direct to funded only 139 bucks, and their 50K like 219 bucks for direct to funded. Got to use code Perdia60 with my link. Maybe I would have to research that, but the thing is, I don't understand why people don't want a buffer. The buffer's there to protect you from blowing that account. Morning, Czar. Noticed you left the Discord yesterday. Everything okay with? Yeah, I mean, there's a few. Yeah. Oh, cool. Beautiful rise up here on NQ. Good call by JC, who took that long on ES. His target still has a long way to go. He's going for an overnight high touch. I have no idea what overnight high is on ES, but overnight high is 67.21. Is that what you're going for, JC? I'm gonna start working on getting fresh content out. I got kind of complacent, I admit that. I just got him on Friday. I've taken one trade on it. I did think about kind of YOLOing 5 of them since I got 10. Gold trying to move up. All you degens are bad influences.
Order filled. Order submitted.
We're short off that purple candle. Three-point stop. Less than 3-point stop. Looking for 5 points. Actually, well, you're supposed to say you're not supposed to YOLO. That's what you're supposed to say. Fighting right on 800 here.
Order filled.
There we go. Target hit. 2 contracts for well, 11. No, wait. 15 ticks. That was nice. A green on the day. On a whole bunch of accounts because I'm copy trading like 3,821 evals. So I got 23 funded accounts and I got, let's see, I have 4 Bowenox evals. I got technically 10 Tradify evals, but only trading 5. 1 my funded futures, 1 take profit, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Apex evals. So that's what? Apex Bowenox is 10. My funded futures TPT makes 12. Tradify 17. I miscounted. I think. I don't know. Yeah, I miscounted. It wasn't 24. It was 23. So now I do need to pass those other 4 Bowenoxes this week or else they rebill. And I probably won't let them rebuild just because I already have all these funded accounts anyway. There's no need to really be paying for more evals. And then my funded futures needs to be passed this week as well. That was that $1 dealio that will rebill for regular price or 50% off or something like that. Purple candle forming here again on the 1 and the 2. A 1 and a 2. Trying to break through that 9 EMA.
Order filled.
I'm short, but I'm late. As usual. And I'm going to get back, I think. Looks like it's trying to bounce off that 9 EMA on the 2. Maybe not. Come on, baby. All right. If it's going to stop me. Maybe not. Come on. Don't bounce on that 9. Come back down. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Come on, baby. All right. Good luck on that, Hassan. This is bouncing back up off that 9 EMA again. Damn that 9.
Order filled.
Stopped out. on one.
Order filled.
Stop that on both. Red on the day. Should have got out when I saw that we got overextended on the RSI. I'll have to fire Tio. He was supposed to put that in the show notes. Purdy has never denied a payout. Yeah, I saw gold hit another new all-time high, Czar. Give me 1 sec on the Purdy link. Yeah, you only get paid in live, but your sim funded amount gets transferred to live. You mean link? We got to use the Purdy 60 code. Guess I'm surprised that no one's taken advantage of it at all yet. Yeah, as long as you use my link, I'll get credit. Sidewaysness. Top of the hour. Oh, top of the hour drop there. Quick whoosh. So if I hadn't stopped that, I would have hit target. Hassan, I'm going to need a YouTube thumbnail for the evening streams. Okay, so we have a Fed speaker not on the docket. Bostic is speaking right now. Was not on the calendar, and he says, I see little reason to cut rates further for now. By the way, no hurry on that, Hassan, since the first one's not till next week. Starting next week, Crypticon, I'll be doing a evening stream on Mondays again. Which bastards? Good morning, RJ. Sir, I hope everything's okay. Oh, Share Vision? No, they didn't. They never paid me. Uh, Good question on time. I'm still figuring that one out. Crypticon. It starts next Monday, so you'll hear about it later this week. At this point, I do not promote Prop Shop Trader. It's one I'm considering. They have kind of settled out. I did not like them at first. Um, yeah, Bolinox. I know. I always recommend only sticking to the 50Ks because their their funded setup fees are absolutely astronomical. Eight or 8:30. What are you talking about, Hassan? Yeah, I didn't watch it. I don't like the fact that they came in hot and then they changed a whole bunch of rules, and I don't know. So I'm still watching with them. Wait, starting at 8 or 8:30, or ending then? Something else, Amelia. This is a couple years back. It was a streaming platform called ShareVision. They were trying to do a finance only type thing, so it was just trading content and investment content and stuff like that. And they were paying me to stream up to $1,500 a month. But then they kept dropping the rates, and then they disappeared altogether. The company is, I mean, the website is still up, and get this, after 3 years, I'm still the third most watched. I mean, I'm still the third most, have the third most followers there. I think it's just, I think it's dead, but someone's still paying the hosting or something. Nope. I have not gotten it. They now owe me a significant amount of money from day traders. Starting at 8:30? Considering my goal now is to try and be in bed by 10:30 Central. Bostic says I only penciled in one rate cut for all of 2025 at the Fed's meeting last week. Actually, by 9 is when I think things are dead. I mean, I'm here. Let me go turn back time. Turn back time. I'm turning back time on my chart, so it's not bothering your charts. See, like last night, well, let's see. Last night things were really moving starting at 8, well, yeah, okay, 8 Eastern. 8, yeah. I was thinking 7 to 9 Eastern. That's what I was kind of thinking. Or, I mean, maybe 10. That'll take me to 9 my time. Things started, I don't know. It's 9 East. So that's 8 o'clock my time. So yeah, I don't mind that. I don't want to. I just, I could do up to 9 my time and be okay with that. I'll get everything ironed out this week. I gotta get a video up about changes here at MightyOxTrading, and then I actually gotta start like actually working on those changes. Oh, nice, Ron. Tick still paying pretty fast. I mean, I'm okay with 5 days. As long, as long as it's long. I'm okay with any reasonable period of time as long as it's a consistent, always that period of time. If that makes sense. USC, I remember you were trading gold in the evenings. Did you stop doing that or? I'm gonna mute the mic here for a minute or so as I open up my breakfast with the can opener. Morning, Ace. All right, my cans are open. I start my protein-sparing modified fasting today. So I'm having 2 cans, of wild-caught salmon. No? Okay. So I need to get to my mustard. They're in my way, as usual. I offered you fish, and you decided you didn't want it. No, salmon has more protein and all that. Morning, Burrell. I got on the scale the other day, and in about 10 weeks, I've lost a little over 50 pounds. Thank you, thank you. Head toward the bell. We're a little red on the day. Thank you, Burrell. Long way to go. But this 2 weeks of protein sparing modified fast should drop another 20-ish. You'll get a back ace. There's a pop. That was the pop you were looking for there, ace. I'm doing a 6-week cycle, different. So I do a week of alternate day fasting with high fat, moderate protein. Everything is zero carb, so I don't even need to say zero carb. Then I'm going to do 2 weeks of protein sparing modified fasting, which is going to be with intermittent fasting, but I'm going to eat 4 small meals in my 8-hour eating window with, and like 90% of my calories are going to come from protein, with about a 40 to 50 gram bolus of protein on each meal. So about 200 grams of protein a day for 2 weeks. Then for 2 weeks, I'll go back to the alternate day fasting of being high fat, moderate protein. And that's alternate day fasting. So I eat Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. And I don't eat Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And then 1 week, I just eat every day, normal, still no carb. It's, still carnivore. But I'll eat with just the regular intermittent fasting. That way my body never switches over to thinking it's in a starvation mode. It slows down the metabolism, etc. The awesome thing about protein, and I didn't realize this until recently, is that your nutritionists suck. They all want to keep you sick. The whole medical system sucks. They don't know their ass from the hole in the ground. But the cool thing about protein is your body actually burns 20 to 30% of the calories in protein just to digest it. I actually have a channel in the Discord for this. I just haven't posted anything in it yet, but I'm working on it. I read a lot. I watch a lot of YouTube content from people I've learned to trust, especially doctors, real doctors. And I read a lot of PubMed stuff. So 1 week Crypticon, I do what's called an egg fast. All I eat is eggs and butter and cheese. So I will I will scramble eggs up, 12 eggs in a full stick of butter, and I'll do that twice a day. And then I may or may not add some cheese. Other weeks I'll do eggs in the morning, and then I will either do for my second meal, and I usually only eat 2 meals a day. For my second meal, I'll either have like a pound of 7327 ground beef, or I'll have a ribeye. Also cooked in butter or ghee. Kerrygold is one of the best butters out there. It's expensive though. And I've tried to switch to pasture raised, the cage free eggs. But I mean, that helps some. They have a better omega-3 profiles and stuff like that. But if money's an issue, don't let it stop you from, doing a healthier protocol with, lesser quality carnivore type foods. Yeah, TFD is 70% off their statics, 50% off their end of day accounts. Still moving up here on ES and NQ. So when I'm doing the alternate day fasting, I eat in an 8-hour window. Like let's say on Monday, I'll eat at 9, and then I will be done eating by 5. I do my workout after the bell, so between 3 and 4, then I'll make up my last meal, whatever that is. Have that down by 5. Then I won't eat again until Wednesday at 9-ish or so. So I go 8 hours on and like 40 hours between meals. But on that eating day, I'm eating a higher number of calories than I'll normally eat in a regular day. So that way I am, never, my body's never wanting to starve itself, and my body's running on ketones. So I said, thank you, Ace. VWAP, VWAP, VWAP. Oh, I agree, Stumps. And I also found out something that, and I might have even talked about this the other day. Sometimes things that say zero net carbs don't always mean zero net carbs. It doesn't mean it's not going to affect your blood sugar. As for my birthday week, I decided to try those zero net carb tortilla shells, and they blew up my blood sugar. Blew it up. And then I did a quick research, and I found out other people have that same problem. I actually have a blood keto meter, Keto Mojo. Um, I'm not doing a deep ketosis right now. I'm still fighting metabolic issues, but I tested yesterday. I was at a 1.1. Purple candle here on ES, pulling back. Not on NQ though. I mean, we're pulling back, but with no purple. Less than 5 minutes till the bell. So yeah, I only did that for my birthday. I wanted something a little special, but yeah, I won't do that again. The other thing I eliminated was anything with seed oils. So mayonnaise is out, even though that's a totally carnivore food or, no carb food. I won't eat it because every mayonnaise, even the ones marked with avocado oil or have seed oils, like soybean oil, I stay away from soybean anything. That stuff's dangerous and very inflammatory. But I was very happy to see that found a recipe this week that you can make egg salad with sour cream. So I'm going to try that during my next high fat phase. I've heard you can make good mayonnaise with bacon grease, but I'm not that big into working in the kitchen. So during this 2 weeks of protein sparing modified fasting, all I'm pretty much going to be eating is boneless, skinless chicken breasts, canned salmon, and 97.3 ground turkey. Blue candle here. Nice pop. Nice pop as we head toward the bell.
Two minutes till the bell.
So drinking a lot of green tea. Green tea has been shown to increase fatty acid oxidation by up to 17%. Allulose. Allulose doesn't break a fast, and it's been shown to help the gut microbiome. I agree, JJR. It's going to be interesting to see whether this can continue to move up here. On the daily chart, it shows we're getting close to the top of the range on the RSI, so it could go either way. Small pop here to start. High of the overnight, 876. So we're about 50 points away from that. Nice small pop here. That's what I call a slow grind pop. We're off 21 points. Still rising. Second might want high the overnight. We'll see. But there's 850. I'm surprised. I just checked Johnson & Johnson's stock. I expected them to fall. Today, Trump's announcing that there's supposedly a link between pregnant mothers taking Tylenol and autism. No politics, just what's being announced. So I expected to see Johnson & Johnson drop at the bell, but so far, nothing. A little bit of a pullback there. They actually popped, and now it looks like they're dropping. The one that they're supposedly announcing, I don't know if there is a link to a study. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not saying I agree or disagree with what they're saying. I have not dove into it. I'm just saying this is what Trump's announcing, and I expected Johnson & Johnson's stock to drop because of it. I haven't dove into the study yet or even tried to see if they even have a study that supposedly, says this. It'd be interesting to read or see other people smarter than me that I trust read it.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Took the short here, but oof, this might bite me because I meant to not take 2 contracts. Yeah, this is gonna bite me. That's gonna hurt.
Order filled.
Ouch. Forgot to switch my ATRs. Okay. So now I got something to fight back from. All right, so you're guaranteed a little bit of profit. You're about halfway to goal there, JC? Looks like I might have been 1 candle too soon there on the NQ. Maybe not. It's still fighting. Yeah, it was 1 candle too soon. And honestly, if I moved my stop to where it should have been, I wouldn't have got stopped out. Ace is short. So that's a lie. I don't know how
Order
tall
filled.
ace is.
Order submitted.
Purple candle right into an EMA, so that's not good on the 1. Let's see if it can break through. It's not close on the 2. It's a 2, it's a 29. Nope, not going.
Order filled.
Stopped out. Not a good day. Down over $600. Partially because of that mistake in the last trade with taking 2 contracts instead of 1. See how many counts we can blow today. By the way, the bot went totally on tilt on Friday. Lost 15 of its last 17 trades. Morning, Tia.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Try it again.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Took 13 and a half points there. 848 to, wait, 846 to 32.12. So no, I'm wrong about that. That's 13 and a half points. All right, Ace. I think your apex is cursed. Could have stayed in for the whole 20 points on that trade. Ouch. And here's it's giving another purple candle now, Ace. No, never mind, it's not. Choppy open so far. Fed speaker coming up in a couple of minutes. Great job, JJR. I told you you'd get it back. $2,500, Ace. You have about $155 to go. Ace Apex is 80% off right now if you want to just try another account. Now, he had some bad days last week too, JC. Hey, Platt, what's good? Here we have a Fed speaker, but I'm not seeing anything red popping on. I'm not seeing anything at all from him. And then we have another Fed speaker coming up at the top of the hour, Musalam, and he is going to be talking about the economy, the outlook for U.S. economy and monetary policy. So that starts at top of the hour. We'll need to be careful for headlines from that. Still rising. No, I don't. No. The latest appointee speaks at noon today, Platt. By the way, I want to point out JC is in this trade that he's in from, I believe it was 66.99, and he called. I think he originally said 67.15, and then decided to go for a high day touch trade, which is 67.21. NQ just hit high a day. New high a day, 879, 880. Micros or minis, it's still a great call and helps with confidence. And it's gotten within 2 points now of the overnight high on ES. I don't know. I'm expecting a pullback, but is it going to be a pullback and then down? I mean, I don't know. I mean, up. Just to go back. That's a great question. Yeah, I mean, this is where I would get antsy, JC, and say, you know what, this is darn close enough. I'm taking it. I believe Ace has been saying the levels ES is at has been crazy since it was at about 3,000. Here's a pullback. Purple candle on the 2. Breaking on the 1.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Short. ATR of only 12. So I'm shooting for 10. Which is 850 even. It's hitting that frickin' 9 EMA. It did not clear the 9 on the 2. And it's going to stop me out. Stop me out, they'll never stop.
Order
Yep,
filled.
stop me out. Thank you. We're long.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Long, going for high day. Struggling. Don't think it. Well, never mind. Oh, I'm out. I'm out.
Order filled. Order filled.
Oh, I got 2 ticks there. Probably should have stayed in, but we'll see. So that was a signal to go long. Trading like crap as usual. Yep, should have stayed in. Fed speaker says loose financial conditions, other factors mean the Fed should move cautiously on further cuts. So I would have got my target if I had not wimped out on that trade. I gotta stop that. Wow, what? It's up to 888. Yeah. Ugh. 888 is the new high. ES is playing with JC's emotions. It hit 720, which is 1 point off of his target. Can't do that. I bought a countertop dishwasher. Works nice. It's like the Fed speaker's done speaking already. Your target was just hit, JC. 721.75 is where it's at now. So absolutely amazing call by JC, who got in that trade at 66.99 and wrote it for 22 points to a high a day touch trade. Copyright RJ Wheel. JC, I would love it if you would screenshot that trade in some way, put it on the Discord, and explain your thinking of both why you got in where you did and why you put the target where you did. No pressure. You don't have to, obviously, but I think that would be awesome to for people to see. White House is talking about the TikTok deal. TikTok and it don't stop. Hundreds of billions of dollars of economic activity over the next 5 years. A copy of algorithm will be brought to the U.S. group. Algorithm will be operated by a United States entity. Ace doesn't really keep his strategy to himself. He just keeps the number of contracts he uses. He says that's between him and the IRS.
Order filled. Order submitted.
I mean, Ace was not hiding his strategy when he was working for Tiresias. Short here. I was late, very late, as usual, by 2.25 points. Out.
Order filled. Order filled.
6 points. Okay, so Oracle will study the TikTok algorithm, and Tick Consortium will be U.S. and global investors, and ByteDance will hold less than 20% of U.S. TikTok. Another purple candle here on the one. Which you guys don't see on the one. Now, oh wait, Muzalam is still speaking. He says, I am open to further rate cuts. Now, I love this. Senior White House official says there's no plans for additional China talks on TikTok, and we're confident China has approved TikTok deal. Very next sentence. Senior White House official on TikTok feed. No details have been finalized. No further talks, but no details have been finalized. Have a great day, JC. We'll see you tomorrow. Another, again, great call on the MES trade. Big blue candle right back up here. The Fed should tread cautiously with additional easing. So you know what's fun? I got an email from the Earn to Trade affiliate manager today, interesting in partnering with MightyOxTrading. I had to reply to the affiliate manager that I've been an Earn to Trade affiliate for 4 freaking years. Morning, MR. I got one sale from Earn to Trade in 3 months, so it's not that big of a deal. My reply was, greetings, nice to meet you. I'm actually already an Earn and Trade affiliate. ETT was actually the first company I affiliated with 4 years ago. For almost 2 years, I worked with Gabs and was a mod on the Earn to Trade Discord. And I was one of the 3 beta testers for funding trading before it was launched. But in recent years, some of the more antiquated rules Earn to Trade still adheres to has made it fall out of favor with my audience. I do like to still try to promote Earn to Trade, but I've had like 1 sale in 3 months. Thanks, Brian, MightyOxTrading. Yep, here goes NQ trying to hit 900, 894. Senior White House officials on TikTok deal. We may need a U.S. antitrust review. May need export license. Bitcoin trying to push up. I love the top pinned comment or headline or whatever you want to call on Financial Juice that says U.S. stocks are set to pull back from all-time highs as traders search for new catalysts to drive markets. And yet here we are making new all-time highs. Are we doing red, green, or somewhere in between? Tio says yay, and I'm not sure what he's yaying. That's a pretty impressive run, USC. Woman? What are you, a caveman now, Ace? Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding with you, Ace. Be careful. I'm going to piss some people off today without trying. Well, there you go. Now you can call MR, woman. He loves it. Man, I feel like a woman. ES continued to rise. Just continue there. We just got within 2 ticks of 24,900. There's 900. Bankers say that conditions are good right now. Well, bankers think conditions are good. They must be horrible. Oh, sorry, John. Oh, wow. 725 now in ES. Burrell, you still here? Your algo catching this? Whoa, Ace, wait till you hear this headline. The odds of the S&P 500 bubbling up to 9,000 in 2026 are increasing. Tell I'm bored right now, not catching this trend. All those blue candles, I didn't catch any of them. I gotta get better at that. That is my promised land. Still rising. I believe it's the first one he ever wrote, MR. Still rising. Oh, there's no reason to retract them, MR. I mean, I had a feeling. I mean, it wasn't great, but I mean, I know nothing. Let me put it this way: it's better, a lot better what I could do because I mean, honestly, 20 years ago, I would have loved to have gotten into the weeds of the whole figuring out Pine script and Ninja script and all that 20, 25 years ago. And now I mean, I taught, I enjoyed teaching myself HTML back in the day. I took, I used to be able to code in BASIC. I liked learning to code. I even figured out some MySQL and all that stuff. But now I just don't have the time to jump into it anymore and leave it to other people. Heck, I could never adjust after they added CSS to HTML. I've I've looked at it. I've tried to learn it. I mean, I'm sure if I actually put the time into it, I could, but I just don't want to. I'd rather, at this point, I'd rather pay somebody. At this point, it might as well just be like heating and air. I'm sure I could learn it, but I don't want to. Still rising. 909. Uh, let's see. Hold on. I got it. Yeah, I texted with him. Well, no, actually, he sent me a message on Discord. Give me a second. He said this. He sent me a message on Discord last night. It says he has a nuclear medicine stress test on his heart. Today, this morning. He can't do the treadmill thing, so they have to do the chemical version. It's a 4-hour test. He was trading last night. He says, I'm just mentally preparing for that while I trade here on a Sunday night. And when I texted with him on, I think, Friday, he just said it's been a difficult week and that this coming week is going to be similar. But I'll manage and I'll be okay again. So keep him in your thoughts. Absolutely. I'll let him know. Maybe we are going to get 25,000 today. John's up to 922 now. Yeah. Continues to rise on up. You know, Kat, when I put salmon on a chair for you, on the arm of my chair, I appreciate you don't leave it there. If you're not going to eat it, throw it away. Tilted your way out of a hole. That usually is the other way around, but I'm glad it worked for you, Tio. Ace, he has some sort of nuclear medicine stress test for his heart today. And he just says it's been a rough go of it this last week and expects another rough go this week. But he says he's going to be okay and we'll be back. Pay no attention to the weird sounds you hear as I move my chair. Speaking of runner, why don't you tell everyone what you did on a bike this weekend? He told the hill to go F itself. You need to, Tio, you need to come to Illinois. We don't know what a hill is out here. Everything is so flat. I think you could drive from Decatur to Springfield, which is about 45 miles, and not have to deal with any more than a 1 to 2% uh, degree of difference in slope. Now potholes, that's different, but actual slope. Slightly easier to spell too. Luke, how you doing? Okay, give me 1 second on that, TO. Ace train. Here is the picture that Ace sent. Eddie comes on the mic whenever he decides to meow while I'm here. Tia, why not post that into the live stream channel on the Discord? That way, if there's anybody that does mind the profanity, they can skip it, and anyone that is fine with it, they can watch it. Oh no! I mean, I can swear. Heck, I've left an F-bomb fly here and there. I mean, I won't get nailed by YouTube for using a bad word, but I mean, I try to keep it clean because, like, I know sometimes Ace's kids are listening in. I don't, I just try not to to do anything that might upset somebody. Wow, Ace! Wow. So I got good at watching my mouth because, like, my mom only heard me swear like 5 times in my life, and I don't know why. I just always felt like it was disrespectful to swear in front of her. She had a mouth like a sailor. Heck, she once told my 5th grade principal to go F himself. So it wasn't like me swearing would have bothered her, but I just never did it. I only got 1 ace. I'll send it for real. Whereas it's paused here at 926. Seems like it can't get higher. 931 was the high. It's struggling here. There it is. That's beautiful, Ace. Very pretty area. You run that, Ace. That I feel like that would be a sprained ankle waiting to happen. And do not judge me for the amount of tabs that are open on those windows I'm showing. Well, there's another rise up. 937, new all-time high. ES up to 67.37. Wow. Well, if they don't step on anybody's balls. Pull back here. Would that be its last attempt before falling? So whatever you do, don't look in Ace's freezer.
Order filled. Order submitted.
I'm sorry to hear that, Platt. There we go.
Order filled.
Okay, I took
Order
the
filled.
7 points there. So it's probably gonna go a little bit more, but I saw white on the meaning the RSI was getting a little overextended there. So I ended up taking the trade there for 7 points. It would, let's see, it would have needed to get down to 15.5 to get my full 10. Let's see if it gets there. Got within 1 tick of it. Even so, it was a good win. Wait, me like 1 time every 6 weeks, Platt? Oh, wow. I didn't realize what time it was, guys. I totally lost track of time. Guys, we're done for the day. Hope everyone's had a great day. And we shall see you all tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. And we'll see you then. Bye.